What up, though? This is Kevin Melson with Beyond Your Limits, and today I'm going to teach you some things that I learned getting cut from my high school basketball team, and just some tips that'll help you avoid that pain of getting cut. But first, before we do that, make sure you look in the description. I got a free ebook, 21 drills to build a solid basketball foundation. I also got a cheat code for you to score more points and score easily. It's a 3-step process that's extremely easy. Anybody can put it in their game today. It's also free in the description. And so let's get to the video. Growing up in Detroit, Michigan, I was cut from my high school basketball team, my high school JV team. Not one time, but twice. My freshman year and my sophomore year, I was cut off the team, didn't make it. It was the source of a lot of pain, a lot of, it made me dig down and really practice and really work on my game. Eventually went on to become All-State in the state of Michigan. But I just wanted to share with you guys some things that you can do that you can avoid being cut, that I didn't know when I was coming up getting cut. And so here are a few tips that you can do that you can hopefully avoid getting cut from your team as well. And the first tip I have for you guys is you should get to know the coach. The first time the coach sees you, it should not be in tryouts for the team, because coaches have preseason workouts before the season. They have conditioning and those things. You want to make sure you get to all of those things. You want to make sure that the coach knows who you are, because if it comes down to tryouts and it's between you and a player that the coach knows, even if y'all have similar skill set or maybe you're even a little bit better, the coach is always going to go with somebody he's already familiar with. People tend to go with the familiar. They'll pick the guy that they know what they're going to get out of them. But you could have just had a good day at the tryout, who knows? And so you want to make sure that you get to know the coach, make sure that the coach knows you. You want to get to all those preseason conditioning and workouts and those things like that. And that's very key, that the coach knows who you are before the tryouts. The next tip I have for you guys is that you're not good if no one knows you're good. See, in the 9th and 10th grade, I was a very good basketball player, but no one knew it. Nobody at the school knew it. None of my would-be teammates at the school knew it. Everybody in my neighborhood knew that I was a good basketball player, but I didn't go to school in my neighborhood. I went to school outside of my neighborhood, so at my school, no one really knew that I could play basketball. None of the people that were on the team and that sort. And so one thing about letting people know that you can play basketball and showing them and playing with the people that you'll be playing with is that word gets around. And that goes back to my first point, is the word will get back to the coach. There's a kid that you might need to check out, so you want to make sure that people know that you can play basketball at your school, more than just your coach, but just in general, the people at the school need to know that you're a basketball player and that you're serious about basketball, and that can go a long way towards helping you. The next tip is play to your strengths. You don't want to go into a tryout trying to prove people wrong, trying to show people that you can do something that people think that you can't. That's not a recipe for success. You want to go in there and you want to do the things that you do well. That'll make you shine even brighter as a good basketball player. If you're good at penetrating to the hole but not really a good jump shooter, you don't want to go into the tryout trying to shoot jump shots, trying to show everybody that you can't shoot. You want to do what you do best, and you want to make that shine. So you want to, if you're the best jump shooter on the team, you want to get to your spots. You want to hit shots, and that'll make you look like a much better basketball player than you may actually be if you stick to the strengths that you have and you stay away from your weaknesses. So you want to make sure that you do the things that you do well and do it as much as you can, and that'll make you shine bright at the tryout and whenever you're playing. You can practice on your weaknesses, by yourself, or when you're practicing when it doesn't count. But when things are on the line, you want to make sure that you do what you do best. You want to get to the spots that you feel comfortable with, and you just want to play to your strengths when something's on the line. And the very last thing I have for you guys is in the unfortunate event that you might get cut from the team, don't get too down. Let that be your fuel for you to pick it up, for you to train even harder, for you to work even harder, for you to prove those people wrong that think that you can't do it. That can be getting cut was a great motivational tool for myself. I know once I got cut the second time, I started waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, running 3 miles for my conditioning, doing basketball drills, because my basketball dreams was on life support, and I knew that that was a very critical time. That if I wanted to continue to play basketball, I had to become a much better basketball player, and that was a huge that lit a huge fire under me to do everything that I could to become a better basketball player, because I knew that I didn't want that to be the end of my basketball career, getting cut from my JV team in high school. So if in the event that you do get cut or some unfortunate event, just use that for your fire. Use that as a motivation that you won't let anything like that happen again. And that's what I did, and it took me a long way to a professional career in basketball, 10 years overseas in Europe. And it's just been a great journey, and it all started from me getting cut in the 10th grade and me doing everything in my power to become better and to so I wouldn't have to feel that pain again. And so that was a great motivator for me. All right, thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you got any value out of this video. We'll continue to make videos each and every week. And we just thank you for watching.